Hi, my name's Wanda. I'm going to channel for you. That means for all of you and whoever else is out in the ethers. That means I allow love energy to pass through me and it turns into a message in my throat. And today we're having a conversation with these folks who are representing mankind, we'll just say. So if you like the videos, press subscribe on YouTube. And all right, let's begin. So we have Jessica tonight. She's going to ring the bowl for us. We will begin by speaking about energy. This energy that is found in the note ringing, the bell ringing, is energy that has been turned into vibration. That is how you hear it. But there's still vibration even if you're unable to hear it. And this takes a particular human to feel this. Sometimes there are reactions physically to unheard vibration. Your organs, your skin may stand on end, your hair may feel itchy. So even though you are unable to hear the vibration, which is the energy in motion, it still exists. Now, we wish to also bring into this the vibration, the energy that is passing through the vocal cords of the host, that is also being heard by you because it's vibration. Energy passes through a lot of the time, but it's not passing through the vocal cords, so you do not hear it because of the vibration. Again, with this noise, this is also vibration. So there are many times throughout your day where you hear energy, but don't pay any attention to it. When the birds are flapping their wings, the noise you hear in the wind is vibration, energy turned into vibration. So the note, the musical instruments are the most beautiful vibration of energy, but it's not the only kind. So humans who allow energy to pass through them and out through their fingertips are doing it silently, but yet it is still effective. So there's a greater understanding to be had about energy, and this vibration brings the attention to it. So we thought it would be important to begin this energetic exchange, which is also the energy can also be seen as thoughts or pictures in your mind. This is energy turned into something physical for humans to notice. So energy, sometimes silent, sometimes vibration, sometimes thoughts, sometimes smell. So energy can be smelled by some humans. So there are many different ways that energy is trying to say hello to you, trying to get your attention, interested in you. Whether you're interested in energy is not really the point. The point is that you are surrounded by it. And most of the time you're unaware of it. So many humans live their entire lives this way. Absolutely fine if that's the way you wish to be. There's no such thing as energy. We don't feel it. We don't notice it. It doesn't exist. Then there are others who feel it all of the time. Extreme quantities of energy pass through their very being. They can feel tires rotating on cars. They can feel all of these things. So there's some humans like that, some who don't believe in anything. And then there are most of you who are kind of interested in it if it's exciting, if it's interesting or magical or something like this. But for you to be interested or showing up for this vibration that is passing through a throat, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to notice your own vibration, not just the one that's passing through here. This is the easiest one, for it's turning into, looks like a human, and it turns into words that you can understand. This is the easiest one for you, but do not get lazy with energy, thinking that this is the only way. For you yourselves are all energy workers. You can be energy workers. You can be obvious and notice energy if you wish to. So what we are doing is suggesting you start to notice your divine energetic selves. Start to notice it by the simple things such as the birds flapping the wings, the leaves fluttering in the wind, something like this. Start to notice energy is around you all of the time, and you will begin to understand how far you can go with this. This slight noticing of energy can turn you into an energy worker, a traveler at night, someone who would call themselves a psychic, an all-knowing being. It's all energy work, but it begins with noticing the wings fluttering and the leaves. So it's important that you don't get lazy, and it's important that you start to understand that you're all capable of great energetic feats. So don't get lazy because you see one here or think it's the complete one, nor with the note. That is just reminding you that there's much going on around you in your earth. So thank you, energy worker, for the vibration that has been put forth by the note. Shall we begin with the bell ringer? Do you have a interesting comment, something stimulating to the other humans that are not able to be at this event?
I always feel like you put me on the spot and I never know what to say.
What do you think the others wish to hear that have not had access to what you have been exposed to? What do you think they're wondering about?
Maybe how much energy you can hold in your body.
Wow. You went right for it. Right for it. So we have begun a discussion about energy where we are saying most humans don't know there is any energy. And you've gone all the way to the other extreme, which is how much can you hold? That would mean you have to acknowledge that your physical frame contains energy inside. So since you have gone to this place, we will accompany you here. For you yourself are very much interested in how energy works inside of your frame. If certain organs hold energy or not, if there is energy flowing through the veins, through your DNA, through your brain. So you're quite interested in this, and you are assuming others are like you, but you are an advanced energy worker, but those perhaps are who the humans that are listening to this exchange. They are also interested in what is going on inside their bodies. For there are humans who wish to run from the physical ailments, the physical noticings of bodies. They don't like to sit in it and feel pinches or uncomfortable feelings or nausea or headache. Many humans cover it up with medicine and this kind of thing. instead of looking to see why is happening here inside of my body. My body's trying to talk to me. So energy is trying to speak with you. Just as we have explained exterior energy, now you have brought it into the interior. So just the same way energy moves into you and through you, it wishes to draw your attention to certain parts. Now, the other difficult part with this is when there's something difficult, some part of your body that's aching or crying out for attention, you have to sit with it. This is not pleasant all of the time, for memories might occur, hidden memories or traumatic events that are lingering inside of these organs. So when you've opened up a can of worms by first saying, am I full of energy? If this is true, therefore energy is speaking to me. That just as easily as the host is speaking right now, your body will speak to you where it is injured. And then you have to sit in it. Another uncomfortable place. First notice it, then you sit in it. It could be terrible. Most pain that you feel in your body is not pointing out something delightful that has happened to you. It's not pointing out how you skipped through the flowers yesterday. It's not for that. The energy that you are speaking of is energy that is being trapped and held within the body. The human must sit, feel whatever emotion is attached to it or terrible tale, and then let it go. That's the other part. The part is the letting go. This is not easy. So the entire process is not liked by many humans. So it would be much easier for humans to cover it up, Band-Aid or medicine or whatever. Now, if you are able to notice it and talk to it, oh, you're very painful today. What is wrong with you? And sit silently for the answer instead of making a grocery list or such. So you say, what is you are hurting? What's wrong with you? Listen for the answer. Could be unpleasant. Then you sit and cry or get angry, or that's a terrible thing that has happened to me. Then let it go. When it's over, it's over. Unless you wish it to stay in your body for all eternity, then you can do that as well. But if you truly wish it to move on and you're finished with your crying or anger, you let it go. Then you move on. You're healed if you wish to be. Now, that is when you notice it within yourself. You are more specifically referring to healers. You're speaking about others, we're speaking for you, others who now allow energy to pass through them because they themselves are very comfortable with the universe of love and quite in alignment with it, and don't mind sharing the energy with others. So there are these humans as well who are able to do your work for you. They can scan your human body. They can they hear thoughts or see pictures about things that are in pain. They'll ask you about it. Why is your liver so angry? Something like this, and you will know what they mean, because the other human now is in the service of the universe of love by allowing energy to pass through them. So there are those as well. There are those healers, but we prefer to speak to those who may heal themselves. You may do all of these things yourself. You are all energy workers. And the reason you're all energy workers is because you're energy yourself, and you come from energy. You return to energy when you're done with your physical experience. So you know all about it. You're very familiar with energy. You're naturals with energy, but you forgot. And the others who are healers in this sort of profession remembered. So that's a very, very, very long answer for a very tiny question, but you made it smaller so it's palatable for those who don't know anything about it. So you make yourself smaller sometimes for the benefit of others, and yet we make you larger for the benefit of others. And the discussion is larger for the benefit of others. For never underestimate human memories. Never underestimate humans to come back into alignment or to wake up suddenly. This is the greatest thing. You're sleeping, 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 and your eyes just open. Everyone thought you were dead or something. There you are, coming to life. So this is why this energetic exchange is occurring, because it's in the hopes that those who called out for help will hear this message. Those who say, am I ever going to wake up? Am I going to sleep all of the time here or not? So these exchanges are for those who are not going to sleep their lives away, for those who are interested in waking up and opening their eyes. So how's that conversation?
That was very good, Erin. Can I add one more question on top of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so being that we're energy and we hold energy in our body and we can choose to keep it or not keep it, whatever we want to do with it. What happens when we pass with that energy that we've kept? When we die?
Oh, this is another advanced question. So you are really for the higher classes. You're not at all speaking to the average folks now. So this is a very complicated issue and beautifully worded. As your energy leaves, all the energy leaves with you. Now, what you're wondering is, and others here are wondering, if you take those energetic memories with you to the beyond. We call it the universe of love. Of course you do. Because your physical body, there's nothing left of it. It's dust now. So now you take the memories with you. And now you bring the memories, the energy, the traumatic events, all of it, with you to the universe of love with all the others. Well, now it can be released. Now it can be healed with all. For you see, there are many with the same experiences, the opposite experiences, and together it may balance out. Trauma balance out with great joy. And now it becomes neutralized. This is an advanced question. This is what happens after you leave your physical plane. And most of the time during these conversations, we are speaking about your life on earth so that you may receive the most benefit from it while you're here. But you have asked beyond your time here. Is that more? Is that? Do you understand what we're speaking of?
Yes, I do. Thank you for that answer. So it makes sense why we do this as groups here, because it's similar to when we go to the universe of love, right? So yes, we all try to heal together here.
Yes. So this coming together is a small version of the universe of love. It's tiny, 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 but it is to remind you. You get a feeling when you're together and someone brings up an event that's uncomfortable, and all of a sudden it's dissected among everyone, and all of a sudden it's diluted, and the thing has gotten very small for the one who brought it forward. So you start to notice within groups healing occurs just naturally, because the energy comes out of one and says, will you all please take a piece of this? It's too much for me. And you all will take a piece of it, because that's when you move as a group in love, what you wish is the most healing for all. So of course you take a little bit, of course. It's really no problem, because it's not your memory or event or trauma anyway. So it doesn't matter. You can all take little bits of it, and suddenly the other is relieved. And the next time there's an energetic exchange and it's someone else, that human now takes a piece of the other's energy. And that is how you all heal together. You are replicating the universe of love. And it's as natural for you as drinking water. You just know that your body needs water. You know that your memories need to be healed as a group. You understand that you are energy and you share energy. Trauma is maintained in the energy and trauma are together as well. And when that's passed out, it's dispersed. So we've gotten into some very big topics already. Is that good for you?
Yes, thank you.
Let us do namaste.
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 Um, Hi, Erin.
Yes.
Can I ask a question about time and energy?
You love this.
Yes.
What is it you wish to do with time and energy that you are so interested in it?
I'm wondering if it's possible to receive or send energy at certain times more effectively.
You wish to go back in time and send it forward to yourself? Do you wish to go forward in time and send it back to yourself? Or do you wish to send energy to someone else right now? What exactly, specifically, are you thinking?
I'm wondering if it's possible that dream images can be manifestation of energy and that they can be received around 3 in the morning.
You are speaking of receiving energy from outside of yourself to you.
Yes.
Now, by the way, all of those things are possible. So
Okay.
certainly the one you speak of is.
Yeah.
Now, it's interesting that you are speaking of a certain time when you are also speaking of time travel and energy travel, but yet you have attached an actual human time for clock to it.
Oh,
Find that
yeah.
interesting? That
Yeah.
you have got it all mixed up as one. That's a very human way to do it, but you'll understand what we mean. Now, you are speaking about when you have surrendered to a higher state of being, which is your sleep time.
Yeah.
So when you surrender to this, you're letting go of your reins, you're letting go of your life. You're allowing something else to take control of your life. This is an act of faith when you fall asleep. It's an act of hope. Otherwise, you'd stay awake all of the time because you'd be in fear. So when you surrender, you're actually asking for any assistance that's available to you. And whatever way they can find their way to you, they will. Now, when we speak of they, we're speaking of your non-physical support team, because really that's what's happening with you. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
You understand that they are presenting images to you that you may understand because you are interested in them, and they are therefore interested in you. If you send energy to someone who has passed, they understand you're looking for them, that you're wondering about them. So they come back into focus because they are, of course, interested in humans. Non-physical love humans because you're still at it. You're still having the human experience. You're still learning, trying to expand yourself. So they, of course, would help with you energetically. Now, what is happening? Do you understand that you're asking questions of them and they're trying to answer?
I think so. Yeah. I might not know what question I'm asking on a conscious level, but I might, on a deeper level, know what they might be able to interpret better than I'm able to vocalize. What?
Yeah. Oh, that's beautifully put. But at the heart of you understand what you're asking is, am I all right?
Yeah.
Will I be all right?
Yeah.
It's usually this, but that's at the heart underneath all the other questions. Is there non-physical? Is there universe of love? Is there energy? Blah, blah, blah. Underneath that is, am I worthy to be here? Am I all right? So when you ask whoever you're able to send that to, which is really out into the air and the atmosphere, they will try to reach you if you believe in it. If you believe and are aware that perhaps something signal is trying to get through, you'll try to focus. You will perhaps listen a little more closely. We're speaking of bird's wings because it's an excellent meditation for you to focus on. Anyone really. Listen to the wings flapping in and out, and that vibration is underneath the wings and the wind is created. You're able to hear it. As you focus on that, you become more than your mental and physical self. You become a spiritually interested human. So you're wondering about things like this. And
Yes.
as you become this interested in non-physical and energy kind of person, you'll start to hear strange things. It's easiest at night when you have completely surrendered to, you are completely vulnerable when you sleep.
Yeah.
You may be destroyed, all of you. You might be destroyed, but nonetheless, you let go anyway. And by this very act, you are asking the universe to come forth with whatever information can get through. So that's the easiest way to get to you, of course. Now, as you ask questions and they're coming back to you, your non-physical support team, let us differentiate here. Each human has a non-physical support team that you travel through eternity with, and you take turns coming into human form.
So like ancestors?
That's just a second. So that is one thing. That's your non-physical support team. You also have non-physicals who have passed. This is your relatives, friends, and kind ones, those you're interested in. They may not be your support team, but you'll interact with them here and there and whatever. So what you are saying is you're going beyond your non-physical support team to your ancestor, those who have passed that have been in physical. So you have access to both, but the non-physical support team is easier, for they're with you all of the time. The ancestors come and go. They come when you think of them, they come forth, and when you're not thinking about them, they go to someone else who's thinking about them, and all of this. They travel around, do it, come back, and everything. They're very busy. So your non-physical support team, though, are with you all of the time, sleeping, waking, traveling through your adventures, and all of this. So when you are reaching out to those who you know have physical bodies, because you can visualize them. So you're becoming, you wish to be sort of a magician, this kind of person who brings something to life that used to be. We have a suggestion for you. Of course, so the answer to your question is really yes, of course, they're coming and you're asking. But there's something more you're capable of. As you come to spend time with this notion that we have presented, that you have a non-physical support team all of the time.
Yeah.
You sit with that, see what you think of it. If you believe it's true or not, you might start wondering, who the heck are you then? I've known you for all eternity. Who are you? What do you look like or sound like or smell like? Now, they're not human. They have been human, but they're not human right now. So you might get a sense of them, a color, a smell, dispersed energy, cold or heat or wetness, as if they're from a spray bottle, sprinkles of water, this kind of thing. But because they're your closest to you, they're your companions, and you know them intimately, more than perhaps more than you know right at this moment. If this sits with you, start to chat with them. Start to just wait and see if you can feel any of these physical sensations that we speak of. For they're truly your easiest ones to reach. Now, it's easier to picture humans that have been in form, but truly the ones that you have been one with, that know you intimately and you know them intimately, are with you all of the time. These are easier for you to access. So when you brought up this question, what you're truly wondering about is, do I have access to non-physical energy? Do I have access to them? Because when you have access to them, they know everything. They know all about you. You know all about them. They have access to ideas or paths perhaps you might need support on. They will comfort you in agony. They will help heal your body where it's in pain. This is a chosen team by you, for you. These are your folks. They're yours. These you have access to. So we encourage you to sit and see if you can wrap your head around this belief system or not. But if you're able to, try to spend some time with them and connect. What do you think of this notion?
I'm open to it.
So of course, now that we've had this exchange, you will be you will remember more of the nightly visits.
Yes.
Because you have opened this door now, this conversation.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
You do namaste together?
Yes. Namaste.
Namaste.
And I feel a burning question that follow on from that is what happens if you have no sense of that connection with your support team? How can are there different options in order to bring that into better focus?
This is what we are suggesting is the starting to notice. Notice the smells, the temperature changes, the physical reactions, your body, your hair might stand on end. Start to pay attention to your life. Start to pay attention to how energy affects you and affects your body from the outside. Start to pay attention to your life. There are many things that are very open to communicate with you. There's no easy way to do this because it's a letting go. It's the opposite of the human experience. The human experience has been to learn more, get more, move your hands, build your body, do this, do that. It's the opposite of that. It's don't do any of it. Just disappear. And that's almost impossible because you've got physical bodies to maneuver and to play with. So this is the fine line humans walk between the physical selves and their spiritual selves. Their energetic selves is a more appropriate word. Go back and forth. You lean a little bit in, you get a little bit, you get afraid, you come out. Or you're frustrated, I didn't get anything, I'm coming back out, in and out like this. It's a dance, just like that. In and out and all around. But because this energetic exchange is going on, there's more chance of this information to move through you now and this energy to move through you. So this experience is altering those who come in contact with it. Humans are changed by this. And therefore, you're more able to hear energy and feel it and smell it.
Okay. I'm looking forward to having, I guess, some direct indications of that rather I can pick up.
And as you get more indications of non-physical energy, you will become your less physical human self. And is that all right with you?
Yes, I think so. I don't see any downside to that.
That is the human question. The letting go of the human ego, brain, the ideas of mankind, the rules of men that have set up rules before you and have passed them on to you. All of these, you see, all of these must be let go, questioned or let go, depending on which set of circumstances you find yourself in. And that's the difficult part for humans. Because you've grown attached to these things. You've made them, you've had discussions about them, you've built worlds on them, cities, and you've had rules written down of behavior of humans and all of this. And to think for yourself, to be an energetic being firstly, ahead of your human ideals, it's not as easy as it sounds. And that's the part of it that gets complicated. It's easy to say, oh, I want to be spiritual. I want to hear angels and see angels and hear old ancestors. It's easy to say that just because it's a curiosity and it's an inner knowing in humans. But to let go of what you find around you, oh, some of it's very delicious, hard to let go of.
When you say let go, can you define what you mean by letting go?
It is not believing in it 100%, as if this is the thing that will save me. This is the thing that I will be happy. Now I will be happy. When I get this, my life will be complete. These notions. Well, you can have all kinds of things. It doesn't matter what you have, really. It's whether you're attached to them. I want that, and that will complete me. And when it doesn't, then you need another thing to complete you, and another, and another. And this is the endless part of it. The endless part of humans grasping at human rules and physical items, thinking that it will calm the need in the soul, this yearning, This yearning in the soul is to be connected with others, but it's misinterpreted as connection to other humans or physical items or rules or ideas or thoughts that cannot be changed. It's an attachment to these things. These must be correct because I see them and I know them. They must be correct. And the word must, already you're connected to it. So therefore you're not letting go and going into energy. So this is what we mean by, it doesn't matter what trappings you have around you. It just depends whether you think they will fulfill you and that they are what they say they are. So if a rule is passed down by human to human to human to you, you take it on because the other humans agree with it. Now this is a rule, you see, that must not be changed, must be obeyed. Again, with this must, you're attached to it. So we're not speaking of overthrowing of the whole country and letting go of everything. We're not speaking of that. We're speaking of your own mental attachment to items and humans and ideas. Is that more clear or is that more confusing?
It's hard to make sense of how far to take that. Like on one hand, you can say, well, I can see that if you're very materialistic and you identify by what you have and how much things cost, then you get trapped into that vortex of never having enough because you're always
Yes.
looking to purchase something else.
Yes.
But I feel that if you're in a stable relationship, or a relationship that you find very fulfilling with a partner, and you're financially comfortable, and that you can provide for your family very easily, and there's not a lot of stress around from the survival aspect.
Yes.
I mean, you still have to live in the world, and we still need money in order to exist. So to give
Yes.
that up completely and sit on a
Yes.
mountaintop, as we've discussed before,
Yes.
is not. You said that wasn't necessary. So I think about it in that context. And here I'm just trying to be more precise with when you say you just need to let go. I would say I'm interpreting that to mean, well, you need to let go of your attachment to your physical identification with physical items.
Yes, that is one thing.
And be open, and be open to new things that you might not understand without saying, well, there's a rule that's not possible.
Yes, you're getting there. Now, also the extremes that you mentioned are not where most humans live. Most humans live somewhere in the middle, where they have secret things that they hoard or secret thoughts that they know are true and they hold and keep to themselves. Most humans are somewhere in the middle. They're not hoarding everything or living on a mountaintop with nothing. They're somewhere in the middle where they have secret desires that are keeping them away from letting go and connecting with the universe of love. This takes a little bit of thought to get to, and also an interest in letting things go. For really, you can get through your lifetime without knowing anything about non-physical. You can hold on to attachments, you can hold on to ideas, this thing is correct, and you will keep that thought until you are finished there. You can get through life this way. But because of this energetic exchange here, we are suggesting you don't wish to live like that, you or those you represent. And we don't speak of the two extremes. We speak of those in the middle. Those who are learning to open their eyes and trying to see, what is it that I am particularly unwavering about? Where are my thoughts? Where am I held tightly to something and I will not change my mind? These sorts of things. They're fine, small items. They're not the large ones. They're easy to see. It's the small ones that get you.
I'm still having trouble. I mean, I'm understanding what you're saying. I'm just having trouble trying to pick examples of how those things are relevant. Because I could say, well, if you hold, for me, holding on to values of a principle of truth, of principle of loyalty, things like that. Those are principles that I would hold on to, that is say, well, to me, it's not worth living if you don't have those things as part of your identity.
Yes, we don't mean those. We mean secret biases, secret notions that you must have a partner to live in life, you're a loser if you don't have a job. These small things are the thoughts of man that are destroying them and eating them from inside. These thoughts, they are more deadly than they appear. For without being taken out into the open, as is being discussed here, if they don't come into the open and get into the light and disappear, they stay within, and the enlightenment never comes. Now, are you getting an idea of this?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yes, it's what is the word? Insidious.
Yeah. I've got colleagues that we're having these exact discussions.
Yes. Is that
Interesting.
good for you?
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you for your explanations.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Are there others who wish to contribute to this exchange? Are we therefore complete?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Let us complete our energy. We will say one more thing. It is a delightful experience for non-physical to be welcomed to the human world and spend time with such humans as you. The humans that have shown up here are particularly joyful and caring of others. You're not just here for yourself. You are here for a greater good. You are here because you wish to channel love energy. You're getting it. You're remembering why it is you came into physical form. And this is a great joy. This knowing, this coming together is your highest state. This wondering how to allow energy to pass through you and to others, not the actual doing of it. Let us be clear on that. The searching, the seeking, the openness that it takes to allow the thought in and the idea that you wish to allow energy to pass through you to others is the whole thing. It's very important to understand what is happening here. It's not the sharing of the love to the humans. It's you being willing to show up in the hope that you can do so. This is very important to acknowledge. So we will complete with the ringing of the note. Wow, that's so clear.